turn rainbow patchers into Unity audio plugins, start by going to CMake and downloading it for your machine, then downloading Git, then finally go to this GitHub repository and you can go ahead and download it to your local machine or fork. I have put my version here on the D drive and it should look something like this. In here you'll want to create a build folder and an export folder, which is where we will be exporting our rainbow patcher to. So if we go into this max patch here, I have a file generator. Sounds like this. I'll start by making an RNBO object here. Copy these and paste them inside the rainbow patcher. And notice how the subpatchers don't have any outlets. So if we go into these, you can see that the inlets and outlets has been rendered unusable, and that is because the rainbow patchers use these objects called in tilde and out tilde instead of inlets and outlets. So you can just simply go ahead and exchange these. And we're gonna do that for all the patchers. So in here, in this crackle patch, there is a line 0 object that it doesn't work inside Rainbow, and that's why it's colored this orange color. So we're gonna have to use the line tilde DSP counterpart instead. Now what I did in here was that I was taking some values from this rand tilde object and basically using them as a way to control the resonance value of this bandpass filter. But we can exchange these objects by just doing this, and now we see that the DSP is kicked back in and it's working. And now we can patch our noise back into these two and the output to here. And then in order to listen to this rainbow patcher and make sure that we actually have sound coming out, we just again use an out tilde. And let's try this. So currently we're listening to the old Maximus P patcher, but if we take the output and run it to here, it sounds a bit different, doesn't it? I can hear the hissing part and I can hear the crackling part, but the lapping part, I can't really hear that so well. So let's try to see if we can fix that. So we have 3 bandpass filters down here and a gain tilde, and I think in here it's like you have the input gain, center frequency, and the resonance. But if we go in here and we look at the bandpass filter here, you only have center frequency and the Q. So if we start by taking away the input gain frequency, which doesn't exist in Rainbow, see if we can hear anything now. Maybe if I raise the gain level. Currently it's connected in sort of like a serial pattern, so the resonant filter or the bandpass filter goes to the other bandpass filter, go to the other bandpass filter, but we can also put this in a parallel mode instead, just by changing around these patch chords here. Can do this. Yeah, now we start to get some sound coming. This sounds more right to me. Let's do a comparison. If I take the patch chords here, the output of the before we export the Rainbow Patcher, it is important that we make the output stereo, otherwise the Rainbow generated audio effect will not compile inside of Unity. So you need to have a stereo output. For the spatialization part to work inside of Unity, we also need to add a couple of stereo inlets, and this is going to be used alongside a special audio file that works as a control signal that I'll show inside Unity in a moment. But add the two inlets as modifiers of control voltage, and add these two. And then we have the output ready. Now, whenever you want to listen to your actual patcher, as you can hear now, there's no sound. You're gonna need to bypass this, like so. And when you're ready to export, then you should get rid of these cables again, so it's silent. But that will ensure that the spatial audio part will work. Now, another thing I want to do before we export is that I want to be able to control the amount of these three parameters. And I can do that by using the param operator and giving it a name and an initial value. And then you add the minimum possible value and the maximum possible value. And then you do that for the, and then we do that for the crackle as well, and for the flames lapping sound.
Call it flames instead, and add that to the gain tilde objects, like so.
So that should give us three parameters inside Unity that we can play around with when we get there. So now it's time to export it. So you go to the Export tab, C++ source code. Then you select your output directory. In this case, we want to select our export folder that we created inside of the GitHub repo, and select folder. And then you export to selected target. And if we open, then we see that we now have a Rainbow source CPP file. And this means that we are now ready to start building the plugin. So open a command prompt, go to the drive where your folder is, cd to the build folder by just simply dragging and dropping the file path like this and hit enter. And cmake ..d_plugin _name equals, and then the name of your patcher. So I'm going to call it Fire RNBO gen, and then you hit enter. And this will create the initial files in the build folder that is going to prepare for the actual build process, which we'll do now. So write cmake -- build and then dot and hit enter. And this will build the audio plugin from the Rainbow Patcher for Unity. So if we now go inside the build folder, we can see a lot of files which we'll use inside of Unity. So I have created this small little Unity project, which is a little map with a third-person controller, and there is a little fire pit over here which I want to add our rainbow fire generator sound to. So first you will go to the package manager inside of Unity, then click the add button and add package from disk. Then you go to your repo where you build your plugin, and you start by importing the rainbow types package.json like this. So this adds the functionality that is necessary for the rainbow generated audio plugins to work inside of Unity. And then to add your plugin, you go again to add from disk, and you go to your build folder, and in here you will have a folder named the plugin name of your plugin. And here is another package.json which we open, and this will implement the patcher that you made. So now we can close the package manager, and if we go into our assets folder, we can create audio mixer. Let's call it Fire RNBO Gen Mix, for instance. You can call it anything. Double click to open it up, and this will open the audio mixer window inside of Unity. And here we have the channel strip master, and there's a small add button here. So if we click add, we can see that we have all of the different audio effects inside Unity, and our audio effect Fire RNBO Gen is here. So we click it, and over here in the inspector window, we see that we have an instance of our fire generator. And so we have these sliders that we can manipulate. Now, in order to actually make this output sound, we need to attach a audio source to a game object within the scene and make sure that it outputs to this mixer. So I want to add the sound to this fireplace in here. So in the inspector window, I click audio source, and inside the output, you select the master output of your mixer. And then in order to spatialize the sound in 3D, we'll go into the GitHub repository, and there's a folder called extras. And inside here we have the spatializer fix.wav, which you just drag and drop into the assets folder. And then you can take the spatializer fix and drag and drop it to the audio clip within the audio source, and make sure that the loop is ticked and that the spatial blend parameter is set to 3D. So now we should be ready to actually listen to this inside of Unity. So if I hit play, sounds very low. So inside the audio mixer, I can select edit in play mode, And here we go. Can add some more hissing and crackling. Can also increase the volume here a bit. And as we can hear, we have a spatialized fire generator working inside of Unity, like so. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you again